what's up guys, it's AceStarThe3rd and thank you so much for watching. And today, I'm going to be you guys a 3rd gen OU battle versus my boy Jared5255. Now, me and this noob go way back. This is along the time when 3rd gen wasn't that popular at all, and only me, him, and a couple other people did it at the time. And so this guy was just, oh my god, he sucked so bad. He sucked more than like a vacuum cleaner. It was terrible. But then as the years went along, he got better and better and better along with me. And so this guy is a very well-seasoned player. He's got the salt, the pepper, everything. And he's really great. So I do hope you guys enjoy this amazing 3rd gen battle. Now, if you look at the description, you'll see something called Dat Question. Basically, the question I ask to get you guys' opinions on things. So please be sure to go down there and check out Dat Question in the comments below. But only answer it if you have the time to. Now, this team is a kind of the same thing as my last one. But that one was just a fail because it had Magneton, and you can't depend on Magneton because that dude is shady, and he did not need to fit on my team at all because I already had a whole bunch of things that kind of did what it did, except Magneton did it worse. And so I replaced it with the Heracross here because Heracross is very strong and breaks through walls very easily because it is immensely powerful and it has a pretty good offensive typing. Now, I don't have a weakness chart or a stat chart to show you guys because I didn't think it was going to be applicable for this one. So I do hope you guys enjoy this amazing 3rd gen battle. Please be sure to go and check out Jared's channel because he is very awesome. He's just great. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle, and I will see you guys at the end of the video. So let's go. You know, a 6th gen would just be fantastic if it wasn't for AD Slash. Oh my goodness, I don't know why that thing exists. I don't know what Shiitake, Inuyasha, whoever made that thing was thinking, because that thing just ruins everyone's day every time it comes in. It's like, hey, I'm AD Slash. I'm like, dude, just go! Get out of my face. But anyway, he's going to lead off with the Jolteon. I'm going to lead off with my Starmie. It's kind of bad because already he has a strategic advantage and he's going to be able to set up a substitute. And then, as I switch out into my Elegance 14, he's going to go for a Thunder Wave. And I'm like, not too shabby, question mark. Thing about that is why I was so confused about that is because usually when you have a Jolteon and you lead off with it, what its intention is to go ahead and counter a lot of OU Pokemon and then go for a substitute, and then when they switch out into whatever they switch out into, you baton pass out into something else and then proceed from that point. He just went for a Thunder Wave immediately. And I was like, oh, okay. Usually that'd be something you'd see towards mid-game or not in the beginning, but whatever, I guess it's effective. But now at this point, I'm not understanding exactly what Jared is doing. I know that Jared has played this game long enough to know that Elegance 14 has the moveset that it's always had. You know, the substitute, the hidden power or something, the Thunderbolt, and the Calm Mind. And he knows this thing has a bunch of special defense. So I don't know why he's thinking that if he gets this Pitaya Berry boost, that he's going to be doing something with his life. I'm like, dude, GTFO, you cannot do that. Like, what is this? So I'm going to be going ahead and breaking his substitutes over and over and over again. At this point, I am very, very in a comfortable position because I'm going to be able to set up Calm Minds all over this thing because Jolteon can't really do much to a calm-minding Raikou, even if it's paralyzed, Jared. But anyway, I am going to be going ahead and setting up more Calm Minds, which is pretty awesome. I think I'm about at +3 or 4. I don't remember exactly how many I am at right now. But I know that my special attack already at this point is over 1,000. I do believe over 1,000. Maymays. But anyway, I'm going to be going ahead and going for another hidden power, breaking his substitute. And now at this point, he's going to be able to go for one more, and thus he's going to be at a point where he can get his Pitaya Berry boost that he's been oohing for such a long time. Oh my gosh. But it's kind of bad because I kind of wanted to break his substitute at that point because I knew that he was going to get the boost, and I didn't want him to like be at a point where he could break my substitute, and then if I take him out, then I'll be not safe behind the substitute, and then whatever wants to come in can just KO me. So and I'm going to break his substitute for one last time. He's going to now go ahead and switch out into a Snorlax. I'm like, oh, hey, Snorlax, what you been doing for the past me setting up 1,000 Calm Minds? You know, so his thing comes in here, it goes for a Body Slam, and as I saw the Body Slam, I was like, okay, I don't want to think this thing has Earthquake. I don't know why he wouldn't go for it immediately. So I was believing that this thing didn't have any way to just one-shot me because he doesn't have Earthquake. I wouldn't think he does because, I mean, he would have gone for it. But now he's going to go for another Body Slam, and I'm still kind of happy at that point because I figured that, oh yeah, he can't KO me. So I'm gonna go for another body slam, and I'm not gonna get Parahack because I am gonna go ahead and go for a Thunderbolt, which is very awesome because I'm gonna go ahead and take up his Snorlax, which is gonna be godly useful for my team. You have no clue how much of a problem that Snorlax would have been if I did not KO just now. It would have been like, dude, get this out of my face, please. To get out of my face. But anyway, he's gonna go out into his Aerodactyl. This is just bad because Aerodactyl is very strong and can take a lot of Pokemon. Plus, because of its stellar speed. But anyway, he's gonna go onto his fortress as I set up a layer of spikes. This is the perfect thing for me to go Thief on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take his leftovers away. He didn't need them anyway, they were mine to begin with. So he's gonna go ahead and set up a layer of spikes. I'm okay with this because I have my Starmie to Rapid Spin, and I figured at this point it would have been smart for me to just go for a Whirlwind because I didn't want him to just go ahead and Rapid Spin all my spikes away if I tried to set up on him. So I am gonna go ahead and go onto my Elegance 14 because I figured that this thing could have possibly lived another like Thunderbolt or something from this Jolteon, because I know I have 100 base, you know, special defense. I'm good, right? So I'm gonna get my leftovers up. I'm gonna hopefully try to live this Thunderbolt, but unfortunately, because Jolteon is just a little bit too strong for me and my special defense is not as high as I'd hoped to be, I'm gonna go ahead and get taken out, which is just really unfortunate because my Elegance 14 is very important to me, but it did a lot of things. It took out a Snorlax. I couldn't ask for more from it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Henry, the very, very awesome Henry who thinks he's cool. So he's gonna go ahead and go for a very powerful Rock Slide, do a bunch of damage to that fortress because I got a critical hit. Jared got kind of that, and I got kind of that too because I did not ask that to happen. I don't know why everyone thinks every time I get a crit I do some kind of magic voodoo on my game to get it, because I really cannot control that. It's a 6.25% of chance of happening. I mean, I could get it every turn along with you, but I can't control it, so sorry. Anyway, he's gonna go for a Wish on his Vaporeon. I really want him to be thinking that I had something like Thunderbolt, but I don't have Thunderbolt. I have Ice Beam Surf. And so at that point, I figured, okay, this would be a great time for me to go for a Rapid Spin. So I do go ahead and do that as he goes ahead and goes out into his Fortress. This is kind of to me because I was like, okay, Fortress, kind of an issue because of Heracross, and I needed something like could kind of take this thing out, but I figured that because he didn't have any other way of healing himself other than the Wish, and because he doesn't have any leftovers anymore, I figured I was good. So anyway, he's gonna go into a Sceptile, and now at this point, okay, after I moved for the Surf, I was like, okay, I know this guy's gonna try to predict me to do something, because I mean, why would I stay in? It's not that smart. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for another Surf as he goes ahead, and I forgot what he goes for at this point. I think he goes for like Lead Seed or something. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he goes for Lead Seed, which is pretty fantastic because now Jared thinks he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Leaf Blade you. And it was funny because he thought he was going to do something, but I'm like, okay, bitch, I'm not stupid. I know you have Hidden Power Fire, which means that since Starmie and Sceptile have a 115 base speed stat, you are not going to be faster because you have 30 IVs in speed. Objection! Get out of here with that. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and take out his thing, which is very fantastic because it's just gone now and I do not have to worry about it anymore. So I go ahead and stay in as he makes his Jolteon get KO due to spikes, which is very fantastic because that dude had odd HP, and that's what you get for doing odd HP. You don't do that, you do even HP all the time. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stay in with my A-Star, trying to go ahead and go for a Surf, but of course I get flinched because that just always happens to me, and I'm just the unluckiest person on the face of the planet. So I don't see a point of being in here anymore. I don't think it's going to be very beneficial for me, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my Skarmory because I know that Skarmory can go ahead and wall this thing pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and double switch out into my A-Star again myself because I figured that I can go into his Fortress or something else that can take on the Skarmory, and I figured that, okay, it would have been fine. YOLO. So I'm sorry, I don't ever follow by that philosophy, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and stay and go for a Therapy, and he's gonna go for a Hidden Power Bug. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What? Oh, excuse me, princess. But now I'm going to go ahead and lose myself, which is kind of bad. But I'm going to be able to go out into my Skarmory and then go ahead and Drill Peck his Fortress. And now that thing is out of my face and I do not have to worry about it anymore since it's out of commission. So now this thing is going to go out. Now Jared is going to go out into his Vaporeon, which is kind of okay for me. I don't have to worry about it too much because I have my Snorlax, and Snorlax can easily outwall this thing unless it has Toxic. So he is going to go ahead and go for a Wish, which is kind of because now he's going to be able to go out into his Aerodactyl and not be really that much affected by the Body Slam because of the fact that his Wish kind of mitigated the whole damage. So now this thing is in here, I'm kind of worried about it because I know this thing is going to be immensely strong, and I was looking at the damage and I'm like, okay, this guy, if he gets a crit or if he flinches me, I'm gonna be kind of messed up. So, telling about that damage, I'm assuming this thing probably is adamant, because Jolly, I don't think would have did that much, not at all, to a Snorlax. No, well, nah, probably not. Oh, I gotta calculate. But anyway, he's gonna go ahead and get the flinch. I'm like, Jared. Oh my god, this is just completely, what are you doing? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave out of this situation because I know that this is not gonna be good for my Snorlax, and I went ahead and went out into my Starmie. He knew I was gonna do that, which is why he went on to his Jolteon, Vaporeon, which is kind of bad and good at the same time, because now I'm gonna have the safe opportunity to go ahead and go into my Henry and then Mega Horn everything in his team, because this thing has just a very high attack stat, and if he does go out into his what's it called, Aerodactyl, I know that it's going to go ahead and LHKO it because of how strong Heracross is and how frail Aerodactyl is on the defensive side. So he's going to go ahead and go for a Wish. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Mega Horn. It's going to be doing massive damage if it hits, because that thing does have some iffy kind of accuracy. And I do go ahead and hit it. It's going to do a ton of damage. Oh my lord, Jesus, that is just, oh my gosh. So he's gonna go ahead and get his Wish back up. It is kind of pointless at this point because he needs about 3 turns of Protect to get him to a point where he can live with another one of my Mega Horns. So I'm pretty much good at this point. All I need to do is just make sure I hit. So he's gonna go ahead and go for a Protect as I go for a Mega Horn for the one last time, and I think I'm gonna be able to take out his Vaporeon at this point because of how strong Heracross is. So that Mega Horn did take it out. Pretty awesome. So now I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. So now he's going to go on to his last Pokemon, his Aerodactyl. I knew I should have just fought myself out at this point, so I am going to go ahead and do that because I wanted to see what he's going to lock himself into. This is pretty great at this point because now I'm going to have to Safe Switch go out to my Falsetto, because I know that my Falsetto can easily just go ahead and take another Rock Slide at this point. And even if it couldn't, I could have just went ahead and went out into my Starmie, and then I could have just walled him a little bit until I died, and then gotten another turn of leftovers when I switched in, and then I could have just flipped another one, hopefully, if I didn't get flinch. But he did miss his last one, and then I went ahead and went for a self-destruct and then ruined his life. So that was a great battle, Jared. That was just weird. I don't know exactly what you're doing at some points, but that was still a great game. So GG. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that amazing 3rd gen battle. Please be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, comment if you're cool, subscribe if you haven't, and share if you have the balls. A lot of them happening recently. I've reached 2,600 subscribers. I am very, very grateful for you guys for subscribing, and I really do appreciate that. And hopefully I'll be able to bring you more 3rd gen content that's just fantastic, because no one else on YouTube does it. Outside of that, I could be doing some revolutionary things later on if I get the right equipment, which I am going to go ahead and try to do. But if I don't do it, then it'll happen eventually. Just wait, you'll see. Anyway, I do hope you guys enjoy. I did hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know why I can't talk today, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this and everything. And I will see you later. So this has been AceStarThe3rd. I will see you guys at a different time. And once again, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.